Weekly Outdoor Plus, a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS, every Sunday from 10:30 to 11 a.m., presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jace Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. Now sit back and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
Hey there.
This week on Weekly Outdoor Plus, we're joined by Myron and Bruce Soik. After growing up hunting in the central Wisconsin area, these guys had a great chance to do a father and son hunt down in South Africa. Today we are privileged to hear their stories as they share them with us.
We're here today at Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, and I have Myron Soik and Bruce Soik, father and son. They live here in central Wisconsin. They have a farm up east of town a little bit, and he's telling me he's been hunting for 64 years. I have a deer hunter, and Bruce probably been hunting since he was like 12 probably, huh?
Oh yeah.
You probably killed a lot of deer in your lifetime, huh?
I remember killing 13 in 1 year.
Fed the family.
Yeah.
And I know now Bruce hunts in Illinois a little bit, and in the central Wisconsin area. And
Yeah, I had some good guides.
good guy, good experienced guy right here. Huh?
Yeah. Well, talking about hunting in the olden days, I mean, it was back then when we used to hunt whitetails in Wisconsin. It wasn't very popular as much as this year.
Right.
We could hunt from basically middle of Whiting all the way to Amherst. Didn't you used to have to go to City Point to hunt?
Yeah, City Point, there was most deer in there.
Otherwise, there wasn't very many whitetails in the area.
I mean, you'd go out to City Point at 9 o'clock the first morning, 9 guys would be filled up.
I know my dad's like probably close to Myron's age, and he says when he first started hunting Portage County, if you saw a deer, it'd be like seeing a bear now, he says, because there was like hardly any. Like, you guys recently went on a trip to Africa?
That's correct, 2010.
Myron went twice, Bruce went once.
Well, the first time was kind of new to me, and it was very exciting and unbelievable, actually.
I could tell by the pictures and
Exactly.
the heads.
Yes, it was only 110 degrees there, and I got second-degree burns out there. And
Second-degree burns deer hunting, or no, I guess it ain't deer. African animal hunting. Unreal. Long flight.
yes, 15-hour flight. One leg of it.
He had a 15-hour flight and first-degree burns or second-degree burns.
Yeah.
And he went back, so it must have been good. And then when he went back, he took his son Bruce with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's, they talk about the bucket list. It's definitely somebody, if you're a hunter,
Something to do.
you have to try to experience it, because it's just, when we talk about hunting in our area, you think of 160-acre woods. We were hunting on property of 25,000 acres.
Wow.
And, and you had every avenue of hunting. We stalked animals. We sat and glassed for hours. We actually drove some. And the terrain is anywhere from hilly to rocky to flat. You have it all. I mean,
Water holes.
we did some, especially though we did on the warthogs or some of the cull animals. And what I was impressed with is that everything is. I mean, the animals don't go to waste. Matter of fact, all the animals were skinned that day. We had breakfast with. Every meal was cooked with the live game, and then whatsoever was left, they sell it. I think they took it to the hospitals. It's wild game over there is like beef around here.
You would never hear a wild game in our hospitals.
Exactly.
That's good to know. they appreciate the wild game more so than, you know, because we have cows and they got wild game.
Yeah, it's like when you're hunting. We were hunting the kudu, and we were just sitting there waiting for him to hopefully come through this ravine, and over the ridge there's a head stuck up, and it was a giraffe. You know, something like that you could have seen with Central Wisconsin.
That's some experience. We have to go to the zoo to see them.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud of your family, owned and operated since the 1940s. Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs. Not only do we have a new one,
But we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
so stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
But we have great service.
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today.
So what part of Africa was it? Like southern part?
Way the southern tip of South Africa.
That's why it's so hot.
All right. But actually, that should be colder. Further north should be the hottest,
Really?
closer to the equator.
Was it that hot when you went to?
Actually, it was hot, but it was very seasonable for them. It was 90 degrees, and it's you know, like they say, like in Arizona, it's a dry heat.
Drier.
It's not as, it was very comfortable.
No tags, no licenses.
Through the outfitter, who basically has the rights of the animals on his property, he basically charges you a fee for what you
Depending on what you shoot.
what you shoot.
And the more rare the animal, the more money they are.
I suppose. Yeah.
Like just a quick note, like my dad shot
Spring
two in one shot. They called them. It was a bronze.
and a black springbuck.
There were two springbucks in one shot, and I shot two impalas with one shot. I mean, and one that's, you know, it's rare, but it's not that rare. But because of a herd animal.
Said this blessed buck, it took 3 bullets to knock it down.
Well, I knocked it down with the first bullet, but you walked up to it, and all at once it got up and took off. And there's safety practice quite a bit. When you shoot the animal, you give the gun back to the guide.
Oh yeah.
And just happened to be lucky he was carrying it.
And he finished off.
Yeah.
That's pretty common practice because it could be depending on who's hunting with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people probably their first time out hunting.
Yeah.
Never know.
That's the biggest one I got the first year. That's that even.
How much does something like that weigh?
1,700 pounds only.
Holy cow. You don't drag that around, do you?
No.
The eland is, I mean, it's just, that picture doesn't do it justice. It's just a massive animal. The kudu, and they call that the coast of Africa. It's surprising. It's just like hunting a whitetail in ours. I mean, it's there one day and gone the next. And it's unbelievable. An animal that size could probably hide in the shop just as good as we could.
Really?
Red hartebeest.
The red hartebeest,
That's a nice looking animal.
Yeah.
they said it's one of the popular mounts because of the color in it and the horns.
Curly horns.
This is a very impalas. They're very common.
Yeah, the
They
impala.
run in herds of 25. You know.
Really?
You just
Can't
go.
check if I couldn't take her.
You basically, on that hunt, you just basically locate the herd and try to get as close as you can.
Close enough for a shot.
Basically, yeah. No, bow hunting could be a little different story.
Yeah, it'd be hard. Maybe water holes is what I always think of
That's how they usually deal them with
with archery.
With archery. I mean, most of the archery is set up on where the water is.
Actually even worn himself down a little bit, he's so old.
Like yours in your shop, they get more silver as time goes by. Is that true?
No. They're about the same. Yeah, but last time there were only 2 bulls that we saw. And how many bulls were these?
That first time I got a blue blessed buck. No, a blue wildebeest.
That's your first one.
And then when he went back the second time, when I was with him, he shot the
Black one.
Black Hawk, the wildebeest.
Nice. That looks like a big one.
Yeah, I think that must go 350 pounds or more.
There's an animal that, remember when how they stomp at you? I mean,
like a bull.
It looks like it's almost like a cartoon watching them, because they sit there and they think they're tough, and they're
gonna intimidate
half
you.
a mile away and they're stomping at you. So
Why does your phone work so good here and mine can't even find service?
That's because I went to Sopa Cellular in Plover, Wisconsin.
Sopa Cellular is conveniently located in the village, right next to Menards. Stop in and check out why they have the most affordable unlimited text and data smartphone plans. They offer LG, Samsung, HTC, Motorola, and many other top quality Android market devices. Sopa Cellular has all your accessories for any style of phone, with hundreds to choose from, so they are sure to have the deal you're looking for. Make Sopa Cellular your Element Mobile headquarters and stop down to 1813 Park Avenue in Plover today.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I saw bucks on camera I never knew I had.
Real Deal Mineral. Check out our website or a dealer near you.
Hi, Jason Hintz here with Weekly Outdoor Plus. I'm going to be giving you your weekly tip right now. Last couple weeks we've been going over starting at your base with your feet, how to position them, working your way up to your waist, how to bend correctly on hills and whatnot. And we've also, last week we talked about your grip, where this week I'm going to be talking to you about having the proper draw length and how to correctly draw your bow back, where a lot of people just whip it back as fast as they can to their face. And a lot of people also, when they're standing straight up and down, we were talking about the first week, this is one of those things where with the correct draw length, it'll make sure that you do that. And then we're also going to have the next couple weeks, we're going to be talking about your arms and stuff, where this draw length you have to have correct before you start any of this, because otherwise you won't be able to get the exact arm bend you're looking for, or having your elbow straight back instead of canted in or anything, so you can cut out all your muscles. First of all, we're going to be talking, when you go to pull back your bow, most people will just look at what they're going to pull back at, and they're going to pull back straight to their face, straight at the target. But then you're going to pull back, and when you look through your peep sight, you're going to be up or down, left or right, and then you're adjusting up and down, left or right. You're not settling into your shot. So when you pull back, you're going to have to start high, come down, anchor, and come down on the target. And then when you focus on that target, you can stop right there. As you can tell, you have to have the correct draw length to be able to do all of this. If your draw length's too long, you're not going to be able to settle down on it. If you have that short draw length, a lot of people come up on the target, and then you're going to start freezing below it and stuff, and you're going to have a harder time getting your muscles all relaxed down into where you need them to be. Second thing now, when you are picking out your draw length, there's a lot of different ways that you can adjust it. Some people have bows like most of the missions, like a Mission Menace, or a couple of like the Hoyt competition bows. They have simple modules that you just have to loosen up, and you can actually just adjust it with an Allen wrench. Then you also have bows like the Matthews Creed, which you need a different module, not a whole cam, just the module little piece that's in there. And if you just get that other piece, you can screw it out with an Allen wrench again, put it back in there. You also have different kinds, the more classic Matthews have actual cam you need to switch out. You don't need the top turning wheel, just the bottom cam. And Hoyt also has a bunch of, pretty much all theirs now has their modules alone. So, most of your local dealers like ourselves here at Bucks and Bulls will be able to get you that one that you need, or we have it in stock hopefully, so you won't have to have that waiting period, and just a nice little custom thing to have. When you're doing your draw length, you pull back, and you're going to have your arm in the front a little bit straight. Your back one you want to have straight back. We're going to talk more in depth about that next week. First thing you got to do is have someone looking there at you, because you can't tell if you're leaning forward or backwards like we were talking about with your base. So when you pull back, you should be able to have your eye, when you're looking through your peep sight, all settled in. You want your eye directly above your belly button. So hold an arrow up, have a buddy stand straight in line with you, and make sure that it's straight up and down. You don't want to have it so you pull back and your draw length's too short and you lean your face into it. And you don't want to have it so your draw length's way too long, and you pull back past your face here and then you lean back into it. And if it's too short, you got to lean down into it and your arm's really bent. having the correct draw length will help you hold a lot steadier, and you won't have any of the shaking problems. And I mean, 90% of the people have too long of a draw length because they need that extra 10 feet a second or whatever it is. But that not having the correct draw length, all you're going to do is miss faster, and nobody likes missing faster. You know, it's nothing cool about that. So little things, again, recap here. When you pull back, you got to come down on the target, settle down in, and then make sure right away, if your draw length's correct, that your eye is above your belly button, not leaning forward, not leaning backwards. If you get those two little things again, like the last couple weeks, this is going to help you tremendously. And if you can do, you know, have your buddy look at it tomorrow if you need to. You know, if you missed a big buck this year, that could be why. You know, little things like this will help you out in the field, help you out shooting against your buddies, shooting Techno Hunt League like you're doing right behind me right now. Little things like that are going to make you shoot like you want to, make it more enjoyable. Next week, we're going to be talking about arms. Make sure you tune in. Thanks for watching again. And as always, have a wonderful week.
Real Deal Mineral. Deer eat it gone.
Real Deal Mineral is the real deal. Other minerals on the market contain up to 70% salt. Real Deal has less than 7% salt and more of the minerals deer need to grow bigger horns. And bigger horns mean bigger trophies.
I tried Real Deal Mineral for the first time, and I had over 1,000 pictures on my trail cameras in less than a week.
Real Deal Mineral. Check out our website or a dealer near you.
Hi, welcome to Frank's Hardware in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Proud to be family owned and operated since the 1940s. Conveniently located on Highway 10, Frank's Hardware has all your general hardware needs, and we specialize in a wide variety of products, meaning all of your paint, lawn and garden, plumbing, electrical, and many more of those household needs. Not only do we have a new one,
but we can show you how to fix what you already have. Did you know Frank's Hardware also offers a wide variety of services?
So stop on down to Frank's Hardware today. We don't just have great products,
but we have great service.
This terrain looks very level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those are at least 45-degree banks there. You'd be traveling across there, you'd be scared you'd tip over with the truck. You know?
It doesn't look like that.
Exactly.
And you know, looking at the terrain, you'd think you'd be able to spot that animal. It took us almost 2 hours before we found it again. It was basically in a small creek with looked like about 15 trees, and that thing was hid there for 2 hours. We couldn't find it.
And there are many trees.
Well done. Down, half falling. Down. Well done. Did yourself a nice kudu there. Real nice East Cape kudu. You can look at this body that he's got. Look at this big neck.
Shot too far in the back though, huh?
Real nice kudu. Nice horns. Real big body. Very good. Bueno.
Kudu I got, it was just dusk and I shot it and took about the tracking dogs 2 hours to find him.
The funniest thing about that one was where I went after with the guide, and the dog was basically a little Jack Russell Terrier sitting there yipping at it, but he was hit hard enough where he couldn't go. Well, then we basically finished him off.
That's what you're looking for, huh?
He went back for the truck. It was pitch black in the African jungle, basically.
Did dogs find animals for you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing was, he took the dog with him, and I just sat there for about a half an hour by myself.
Looking for lions.
Well, you should hear the howling going on.
I bet.
There we go. Taking that. Okay, that is a good shot.
See that last hunt I shot out, this red hartebeest, that pretty one, and this that bush shoot one.
Nice red hartebeest bull.
This was a very old animal. The horns were all gnarled up.
Oh,
They figured this animal was 10 years old. Just the fact that he didn't
He
have
was
any
actually
teeth.
that I did get him because he's on his way down.
Yeah.
Right now behind the tree. There he stops to the left of the tree.
Here's where he shot 2 with 1 shot.
We're glad that the one that went down, and we couldn't believe that the other one, he was one of the, what do they call it, is Charles's helpers.
Yeah.
Noticed that this one was kind of wounded, and he was, what did he shoot? And then, sure enough, we went and found it, it was laying there.
Real big part of that. Really nice.
And he also shot a bigger water buck than I got the time before.
Oh. Did you end up with the bigger one?
No, he did.
Then Chris, this is a real, this is a big waterback, this. I think it's one of the biggest ones that we've actually ever shot around here.
That other one was pretty damn nice there too.
This thing is huge.
Wow, I must have.
Oh. Got him about 11:30.
Yes, this is nice. Let him turn off.
This was this called a bush buck. This thing was the hardest animal you took.
One of the hardest animals. I mean, this is where you basically sat on one side of a canyon and watched the other side.
Yeah.
For basically, what was it? We were there for 4 hours, I believe.
Yeah.
And they won't move.
These trees are about 15 feet high and 15 feet wide. They're solid green, and they crawl in there, and you can't spot them.
Yeah, wait till they move or come
Yeah,
out.
you gotta wait until they walk out. And matter of fact, we were posted there about, like you say, 4 hours, and you finally took a walk with the guide, and it's just one happened to walk out of them trees and nailed them there.
And I think that was I think the thing, it was probably about a 400-yard shot across the canyon.
Well done, Chris. Well done. That's a real big bushbuck. That's exceptional. Wow, very nice. Put the tongue in. By the way, really? Because you don't want to operate there. You don't want to. Well done, Bruce. That's standback. Very good little standback this. Very good big standback, not a little one. And exceptionally difficult to hunt these little guys. We're very lucky to have managed to have spotted him.
And that's probably the hardest one to hit. That thing weighs about what?
35 pounds, huh?
30 pounds.
Very nice.
It's if we brought it back as a full mount. It's a pretty full mount, but try to hit that thing in grass that's about 2 feet high. Wasn't
It
possible.
keeps jumping like a gun.
It's like rabbit hunting.
Yeah. And that thing is what, 6-7 years old, this animal.
Hey, put it this way, when it came up that, obviously a guy who doesn't know much about it, he was all excited. He goes, "Oh my gosh, it's so big." I'm going,
you're looking at it,
holding it up like a rabbit. I'm going, really?
I suppose, all animals are different. That's full grown, and
Yeah.
He was very
some of the
excited.
other animals will probably eat him.
Matter of fact, he actually used that in one of his videos for
Clientele.
Advertisement.
For advertisement.
Good deal. I guess what we're going to be wondering now is what happened with all the animals. Did you guys bring them home, or?
They were all mounted and, well, they're all home now.
Got all the heads.
Yeah,
Earlier you said the meat was all eaten there by the...
It's a big business. It's almost like our beef business here. That's how big it is over there. And with the mounts, we had them mounted there because obviously they do weigh a lot of it, and it was probably more reasonable there than bringing them home and doing them here.
So you have them mounted there and you ship them here?
Yeah.
because otherwise, when you just ship them here to be mounted, you got to prepare them, so half of the work is done already. They might as well mount them there.
Yeah, you might as well.
And like I said, with the Valentine hunt, he pretty much walked us through all of it and just took us to the places where he thought was respectable, and we got to pick and choose the guy we wanted, and that's how it came back.
Okay. Well, thanks guys for coming and sharing your hunt with us. And if anybody's interested in the brochures, we have them here. And good luck next time you go to Africa.
Thank you.
Are you going back?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I need one more animal yet I haven't gotten.
Well, that's a long trip for one animal.
But it almost would take a trip to get this one animal. It's a sable, and they're not very plentiful down there.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Very good.
Thanks. Okay, thanks.